I here. This is a reading for the sign of Taurus. We're going to pull two cards from the Slavic Legends Tarot deck, and that's going to represent the energy that is currently surrounding you. What we see on the bottom of that deck is going to represent your general energy. We're then going to pull 9 cards from the Surrealist Tarot deck and turn those over little by little to see what story or message unfolds. What we see on the bottom of that deck is going to represent the general theme of this reading. And once we get an idea of what messages need to come through, we're going to pull 1 card from the shadow deck to see what is in your subconscious, and what is on the bottom of that deck is going to represent what you don't see coming. So let's just see what happens. Okay, so today we are tapping in to the energy of the sign of Taurus. So if that is your sun, your moon, or your rising sign, or however else you choose to identify with the sign of Taurus today, you can use that as a way to interpret the messages that are coming through. And if the details of these messages do not resonate, that's fine. Do not try to force anything. Take what fits, leave what doesn't. And if none of the details are really fitting, you can always check your other placements, or you can just stick around to see what's going on in the world of other Tauruses. So let us see what messages we can get today for those who are trying to tap in to the energy of the sign of Taurus. So what things can we be aware of? What things should we think about? What things can we meditate upon? Is there anything that we should be aware of in terms of things that we should be looking out for? Any warnings we might need to receive? Are there any things that we should look forward to? What messages can we receive today for the sign of Taurus? So we're going to pull 2 cards from this deck. Let's just shuffle a little bit more. Okay, that feels good. So we'll get 1, 2, and your general energy is, look at that, the Ace of Coins. So some new opportunity, possibly almost divinely granted to you as a gift, is coming into your life. Either you have some new opportunity that's being presented to you in terms of a new project to work on or a new job offer, but something in your physical realm is presenting to you some new opportunity to either bring more wealth or abundance or prosperity or just new experiences into your life. Something in your physical world is being granted to you and allowing you the opportunity to try something. So let's get some context for what that might be. We have the 2 of Swords and we have the Knight of Coins. So perhaps you have been feeling a bit stuck as of lately. Perhaps you are feeling a need to want to sort of set out into new ventures, but you're not really sure how to do that. With the 2 of Swords, perhaps you have the ambition that I'm seeing with the Knight of Coins of wanting to really commit to something, but it's not clear what it is that you should be putting your energy into. There's no clear path of what is the right thing to do, and so you're possibly stuck in a bit of a sort of stasis in terms of really wanting to make something but not knowing how to do it or even really what it should be. But with this Ace of Coins energy here, I'm thinking that perhaps this stuckness is sort of unhappening. I don't know if that's the best way to say that. But I think this is the presentation of what opportunity it is that is worth pursuing while you're stuck in this energy of I want to create, I want to make, I want to do, but I don't know how or what. Well, let's see what that what is going to be by pulling some cards from the Surrealist Tarot deck. So let's see what we can get from here. So this is the Surrealist Tarot deck, my most recent addition to my collection. And this is my first series of readings with it, and I have greatly enjoyed it. It's definitely added a nice new vibe to my readings here. Oh, look at that. Underneath the Ace, we have the 7 of Swords. Interesting. So let's make sure that we're not being deceived by anything. make sure that as we are moving into new opportunities, make sure to really check the intentions of the people you're working with and the integrity of the things you're committing your time and energy to. Alright, so let's see what we get. We're going to pull 9 cards from here. Alright, so let's pull our 9. Alright, and the general theme of this reading is, wouldn't you know it, it's the Seven of Swords again, right? Underneath the Ace of Coins, it was hiding here, wanting to say something to us. So, yeah, so okay, what I'm getting then is that you are in a period of wanting to put yourself into something, really wanting to produce and create, whether it's wanting to create a business or wanting to work on a new art project or wanting to sort of put yourself into some kind of community that you want to sort of build and become a sort of integral part of. You have this desire to do that, but again, it wasn't clear exactly what you should be putting your energy into or how best to invest your resources in this production. So I think we are going to be entering into a period where that is going to be made more clear. A sort of best opportunity or newest opportunity, I think, is going to be presented to you. But it's still not entirely clear that everything is on the up and up with this situation. Or perhaps there are other situations that might be distracting you and pulling you away from what might be the best situation for you to pursue. So again, with the Seven of Swords energy, let's make sure that we really are checking the integrity of things and we're not being deceived by people who may just want to be sort of taking our resources and promising us things that they can't deliver on. Let's make sure that when we put our time and energy and resources into something, that it really is what's best for us. Okay, so you've got a good opportunity coming, but make sure that you check the details and that you don't get manipulated or taken advantage of as you're pursuing whatever this new opportunity is. So we start here with the Nine of Swords. So again, as I said, I think you're in a period of wanting to build, but not having that clear direction right away as to what to put your energy into. And I think this has been weighing on you. I think you're feeling a little restless, feeling a desire to sort of expand yourself and your world, but without having a proper outlet for that, that is leading to some level of frustration and possibly even pain and anxiety at times. So hopefully we can get a better sense of how to push ourselves in a more positive direction, because all that pent-up energy with nowhere to go, it's not going to feel good. It's going to be starting to weigh on you mentally and possibly even emotionally, depending on how heavy this burden may be, based on how heavy this drive to create might be as it's swelling up inside of you. So now we have the Ace of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. So I think as you've been sitting in this sort of period of not being clear on what you should do next or where to go, the Ace of Swords is representative of having some sort of moment of clarity. And perhaps the Ace of Swords is what points you in the direction of what the Ace of Coins is representing for you. So as you're having all of this heavy burden weighing on you with the Nine of Swords, perhaps in all of that sort of hazy pain and anxiety, eventually you're able to map out a direction of where you would like to go. Now, it's not clear that this is the right thing to do, but at least it gives you a direction in which to point to. If we're stuck in a space of Two of Swords energy and not having a clear direction to move in, the Ace of Swords is representative of actually having some guidance, some kind of compass that pushes us in a direction that says, this is something I should put my time and energy into. And with that clarity, followed by the Eight of Pentacles, it shows you that there is some roadmap that you can pursue to create something that you're going to be proud of. It's going to be work, it's going to take time, it's going to take effort, but that's kind of perhaps what you've been trying to figure out, is what is it that I need to be putting that work into. Once you discover that, then you can actually start engaging in that work and making it something physical rather than just mental anxieties of like, I want to do something, but not sure on what that thing might be. So with Nine of Swords moving to Ace of Swords followed by Eight of Pentacles, to me that really feels like a clarity in this sort of hazy period. So you're definitely starting to build a plan. Maybe you haven't fully executed it yet, but you're definitely starting to build some kind of plan on how to make happen whatever it is that you want to make happen. And perhaps even the Ace of Swords just is that insight of like, okay, here is something I can do. Now can I find the resources to be able to make this idea a reality? I know I have the work and the know-how to do. I'm willing to do the work, and I have the know-how to make it happen. But perhaps it's not yet clear that you have the resources to make that happen. And perhaps that's what this Seven of Swords is also maybe implying, is that as you discover what it is you want to put your energy into, you need resources to be able to make that a reality, and you want to make sure that you're getting those resources from trustworthy sources. So let's see a little bit more about what's going on here. So we have a Two of Cups and an Emperor. So with the Two of Cups, this is a card of, this is the love card. So perhaps what has inspired your Ace of Swords moment is maybe there's another person that you feel very close to, and perhaps while you're going through this anxiety of this sort of, I want to make something but don't know how to do it or what to put my energy into, perhaps you shared some of that anxiety with someone else that you really care about, or someone that cares about you, and perhaps a conversation was able to be spurred from that allowed you to get this Ace of Swords insight into what you should do. It may not be clear that this is, it may not be the case that this person sort of pointed out to you exactly what you needed to do, but perhaps through their conversations with you, they allowed you to sort of understand a little bit more about where your head is and where you're wanting to sort of put your focus and energy into, and perhaps offhandedly they said something that provided that Ace of Swords clarity to know what you should be putting your energy into with the Eight of Pentacles. So I'm seeing this as assistance from an outside source, someone that you really connect with and feel a strong bond with, allowing you to get the clarity you needed to make this happen. Now here we have the Emperor, and perhaps also this is the kind of power that this person provides for you. Perhaps the idea here is that there's someone you're close with that really gets you, almost sometimes more than you get yourself. And as they've sort of pointed out to you things that were perhaps in your blind spot as you were trying to make sense of where to go next, they have allowed you to embody your inner Emperor and understand where your power comes from. As I said, I initially saw this as a reading about not knowing where to go or not knowing what to do, and that's not at all the energy of the Emperor. The Emperor, he commits to what he says. He is assertive. He does not sort of wait to make decisions. He says, this is what's going to happen, and this is how we're going to do it. So I don't see that as being the initial energy that you started in, but perhaps this is the place that you were going. And again, I see this as being fueled by someone that you feel very close to, someone whose opinion you respect. And I think through your conversations with that person, that is what's going to allow you to tap into that inner power that you weren't able to tap into before. It's almost like you have all of this restless energy with the Nine of Swords that needs to be focused and brought into what the Ace of Swords is really doing is it's taking all of that restless Nine of Swords energy and pulling it all into a ball in some sense, and then sharpening that to a point that allows you to move forward. And I really see that the way that you were able to do that was through communication with someone that you feel very close and connected with. And once you did that, that allows you to embrace the power you have inside of you and to put that power and energy into producing something with the Eight of Pentacles kind of energy. Again, I'm still kind of getting a vibe, though, that although you have a plan and you have the work to do it now, it's not clear that you have the resources to make this happen. So perhaps that'll be made more clear as we go forward. But let's see what we have here in the center of all of this. The Seven of Wands. Yeah, so again, I think once you moved out of the Nine of Swords energy, you were able to get a sense of what it is that makes you feel passionate about your life. As you tap into that Emperor energy, you start to get a little bit more perspective on your environment and your situation. And as you gain that perspective, that continues to help you fuel this power so that you can stand strong and commit to the thing you want to build. So you're willing to put in the time. You're now starting to get a little bit more of a clear vision of what you want to produce. And you have the support of other people around you that are encouraging you, stay the course, do the right thing that makes you feel strong, and you will be successful. So definitely feeling a sense of growth and movement away from this stuckness and towards an actual, idea that's now just needs to be brought into the physical world in some way. So we have the Knight of Wands and the Ten of Cups. Interesting. So with the Knight of Wands, so I'm seeing that as once you're sort of getting this clarity and this inner power is starting to swell inside of you, with the Seven of Wands, that starts to give you the confidence to be able to really commit to your ideas. You know that you've got the skills. Now you have the insight to know what you want to do. With the Emperor, you have the confidence, and the Seven of Wands is really emphasizing that you feel very strong that what you're doing is going to be successful. Now with the Knight of Wands, that allows you to take that and move that forward and start putting it into putting progress into this plan. And with the Ten of Cups, as I said, you're fueled by someone who really, with the Two of Cups, you're fueled by someone who is helping you and supporting you and making you feel like what you're doing is a positive change for you. And with the Ten of Cups, this is that idea coming to its full completion. You're wanting to start moving forward with this energy with the Knight of Wands, and you're starting to move forward towards something that's really making you feel emotionally empowered. You took that 2 and you built it up into a 10, and you did that by channeling all of your sort of loose, frayed ideas into one more clear and concise, and maybe not concise, more cohesive idea. You're ready to put this into the world, and you're moving towards something that's going to make you feel really emotionally empowered. Something that's really going to give you the feeling like you have successfully created something that you really are proud of, that really makes you feel complete inside. So whatever this opportunity is for you, let the people around you that support you really help you come into that power and feel confident in your ability to be able to take that and produce that into something tangible that you can share with other people, whatever that is for your situation. So here we have the Hierophant. So, as I said, I feel like one of the things that might be missing in this situation is resources. I think you've got the passion, you've got the ideas, but you need a little bit of help from other people, whether that is in actual resources of how to build something physically, or in the know-how to actually make something happen in the real world. So you're going to need to tap into the energy of other experts who have done this sort of thing before and learn from them. But again, you need to be careful that the people that you're tapping into are not going to be those that are trying to take from you. I see a lot of energy, a lot of power in terms of I feel confident in what I'm doing, I feel good about what I'm making, but I don't see a lot of being careful to check that the people that you're getting help from really have your best intentions. You have this Two of Cups to Ten of Cups kind of energy, so I feel like there's at least someone on your side who is not going to be doing you wrong, but you need to be careful that there aren't other people around you that could also be not in as, not everyone's going to be on your side in the same way that that person is. So be very careful to make sure that the information you are getting from other people is coming from reliable sources. As you're learning to make or build or get assistance with whatever you're making, really double check to make sure that the people around you are trustworthy and are there to have your best interest at heart. Because I think you have the high ground here. You know that what you're doing is going to work well, but you need to make sure that the people in your circles really are as tight and connected to you as whoever this Two of Cups energy is coming from. You've got that person, trust them, but make sure that everyone else is on the same page before you really go forth and start handing them all your ideas or, getting assistance from them by paying them to help you with whatever it is you're making. Don't be too reckless in trusting other people. If you're going to build something great, make sure that the people you're working with really are going to help you. Okay, so we have this nice new opportunity that's coming into your life. You're going to be making something really powerful and strong. But again, make sure that whatever it is you're doing, that the people you're working with really are going to be working with you in a positive way. You're motivated, you have the confidence. Just don't be blindsided by people who might be there to trick you, okay? So let's see what we get from the shadow deck now. So we're going to pull one card to see what's in your subconscious. So what is going on in your head, Taurus? I'm seeing a lot of positive movement forward. You're excited about whatever this is. That's good. It's going to make you feel really good once you've completed it. Again, just don't get distracted by people who may not have your interest at heart. Let's get one more good shuffle. Okay, so in your subconscious, you have the Ten of Swords. Interesting. That I did not see coming. So, yeah, so I think there is still a little bit of anxiety remaining as you... So you've got this Seven of Wands energy. You definitely feel like you're moving in the right direction. You've got someone that's here that cares about you and is supporting you and helping you try to find your full emotional fulfillment from whatever this opportunity is. But perhaps you're realizing that there is some aspect of your past or some aspect of yourself that has to be let go of in order for this opportunity to really come to fruition. So perhaps there is some lingering aspects of you that do not want to commit fully to whatever this thing is. And maybe the Seven of Swords is not external deception. Perhaps the idea here is that there is a certain amount of self-sabotage. It could be the case that as you're sitting in this Nine of Swords energy of, I don't know, what to do with my time and energy. I just know I need to do something to upgrade my life. And then you gain this clarity and you're getting this support and you're getting this momentum and you're like, okay, now I'm getting excited about this project. I'm really excited to be able to build this thing. But perhaps there's still this lingering, that feeling you had back when you were in the Nine of Swords energy where it's like, I have this thing where I'm just like, I don't feel like I'm going to be, maybe it's a feeling of I'm not good enough, or I don't feel like this is something that I can achieve. And I think the Ten of Swords in your subconscious is saying you've got to put it into that. You need to let go of those feelings that are holding you back. Let go of that self-deception that you could be putting on yourself and realize that you have the power to be able to do whatever it is that you want to do if you put in the time and the energy. You have people that support you. You have opportunities that are coming into your world, and you've really got the passion to want to go out and build something with this. You're willing to work. You've got the confidence to do it, but there's maybe that last little seed inside you that says, I don't know. Almost like a little bit of devil energy. And I think that the idea here is that you need to put that to rest, let go of that unconscious feeling of that imposter syndrome that may be keeping you from going all in on what it is you want to do. I mean, I'm not saying go recklessly forward. Make sure that you still are checking that the things that you want to build are going to be fruitful, but don't let your personal anxieties be the things that hold you back. It's time to put those things to rest. It might be painful to let go of some of your inner deep anxieties, but if you do so, that's going to give you the freedom to be able to fly and produce whatever it is that you're trying to produce. And what you don't see coming is the Six of Cups, which is, I think, what is going to allow you to let go of that lingering pain and put to rest those I can't do this kind of thoughts, is going to be whoever this Two of Cups person is. I think whether this is someone that's currently in your life or someone that is a longtime friend or family member, I think they are going to be able to nurture your inner strength and let it grow by coming back into your life, or maybe by helping you tap back into something you may have not been as connected with recently as you could have been in the past. So I definitely see you moving forward in a positive way. Channel that Emperor energy. Let that strength of the Seven of Wands and Knight of Wands take you forward with this project so that you can find that emotional completeness that you really are seeking. Move away from the Nine of Swords and towards the Ten of Cups. Put in the work with the Eight of Pentacles and keep a clear head with the Ace of Swords. Do all of this with the guidance of the people who have experienced these things in the past. Trust their wisdom, not blindly, double check that the things that they do really work for you. But that's how you get unstuck from this Two of Swords energy and take this Ace of Coins and make something really beautiful out of it. So that's what I have for you today. I hope this was helpful. I hope that you got something from these messages. As always, if there are other messages that are coming through that are different than what I'm sharing, you can always use your intuition. And whatever the cards are sort of saying to you, whether these images are speaking to you or any of the things I said maybe resonate with you in a way slightly different than how I'm suggesting, always let your intuition guide you with these messages. But at the very least, I hope this was enjoyable, and I hope this was in some way inspiring and helps you to find, your ability to tap into the greatest version of you that you can really get in touch with. So as always, like the video, subscribe if you have not already. If you know other people who might enjoy this or any of my other videos, please feel free to share them. And if you want to discuss anything or give any feedback, please leave a comment down below. And yeah, that's all I have for you. So I hope you have a great rest of your day.